So it's almost your local time.
Yes, it's right now it's 8:58 here in Brazil.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just make some introductions and before we start, just because I know there are some new people weren't on yesterday class. So it's just like explaining how the whole week will work.
Okay.
I will send before after Professor gives us the explanation. I'll send everyone on the chat. Make sure you can access the chat. I know some people had some problems with that because I think if you you don't download the VUV application, you cannot have access to the chat. So make sure you download it so you can also ask questions. So yeah, we are starting today our second class about Zhejiang economy with Professor Zhu Hui. But I will send the attendance form, so make sure you can have access to the chat. I don't want to delay our start of the class, so Professor, you can start. If anyone has questions, can also send to me on the chat or on our Instagram.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Malu. So today we were going to have our second day for the introduction of Zhejiang economy. But before that, I'd like to say something about the question. Yesterday, someone asked how to operate or open up a business in Zhejiang province, and I searched online and get some information. So at first, maybe I'll take several minutes to make an explanation briefly. So if you want to go here to set up business, so firstly, maybe you need to, maybe not so difficult, I think. So first, maybe you can get on the line and go on this website. It is organized by, I think, the government. This is our service network for the government services. And what you need to prepare is the valid passport, an application for the business license, and a proof of residence, such as the lease agreement or whatever other supporting documents. And some of the requirements, some of areas required that you need to maybe stay in China for at least 1 year, and some of that. So in Zhejiang province, I noticed there was some kind of requirement for that, and also a proof of fundings. So if you prepared these documents and materials well, and then you need to upload to this platform, and then you go to the working office. And actually, I have mentioned it before, in Zhejiang province, there is a service for run at once. So run at only one time. So what you need to do is just go to that window for one time and to work with maybe to sign the signature or to get the application there. And also there are several kind of like services to help you to make it, like the data collection or the free translation consultation or whatever, so you can receive the services there. And then I think what you need to do is just to wait And according to this report, I noticed that maybe the circulation for the improvement has reduced from for 1 month to 10 working days. So I think if it is all gonna go smooth, maybe you can get your license, okay, or your certificate for the business for 10 days. And yes, that's it for the like the process to how to get the license in Zhejiang province nowadays. So someone maybe gonna be interested into the business here. So maybe this I hope this information is helpful. And also I wanted to say, well, so this kind of a process is also a kind of like a how to say, is I'm sorry. It is a kind of like a way to show that nowadays with collection or the link page or the data or the part of the process get this. I note that it's the 5th anniversary of the establishment of the diplomatic relations between China and Brazil. And also I noticed that China and Brazil are the largest developing countries with the I think China is Brazil's largest trading partner of, and well, the Brazil is China's largest trading partner and a direct investment direction in Latin America too. So I think the bilateral trade between these two countries will be more prosperous. So yes, I really think it will be a good time to come to set the business here. Okay, so this is a question that I think maybe you're interested in. And so I'll just try to find some information. Then I hope this could be satisfactory for someone who are interested in. Okay, so let's move on to today's class. And this time we will move on to another topic, but I think it's still I think it's a key word for Zhejiang province, that is the market. And Zhejiang is known as a big market province. And also, Zhejiang has done a lot for the construction of the market system, starting from the 1978, since the opening up policies. And nowadays, Zhejiang is trying to build a high standard market system to improve the environment of business here, and also have done a lot of practice and like some kind of renovations in some areas, especially in some rural areas. So I will show you some case studies here in today's class. And the last part is about experience. So what kind of experience maybe you can get from this practice, and maybe it will be used and applied in some other areas. So these are the content for today's class, today's lecture actually. Well, okay, so yesterday, we've just had a brief overview about the development of a private economy. And actually, I have to say, well, the marketing system construction is followed along with the development of the private economy as well. So if we wanted to make maybe we could to see the development history of marketing system construction, we can also divide it into 5 stages. And starting from the 1979, this is the appearance or the very beginning of the factor market appeared, and then the system worked in a dual track reform. So here I have to make some explanation. And you see, back to the 40 years ago, maybe the public sector is still a main economy forms in China. So at the day back to the starting of the private economy, this kind of two like systems combined and worked together. So this is called be the dual track reform at that time. Though the private economy was not so big enough at that time, but it is still like an in the important component. Okay, in the reform for the economic how to say the beginning of the very beginning of the development for the economy at that time, especially in Zhejiang province, because the private economy started to develop so fast at that time. And the third stage is about the rapid formation, and with the combination of the industry development and the specialized market. This is a kind of like way in Zhejiang province to have this kind of development style, I have to say. Because, if you know something about the Zhejiang economy, you notice that it is a kind of like the economic working way in a massive clustered development. That means maybe there is an saying like one county, one product. That means, well, this product will be massively produced in one area. We call it industrial clusters. This is very typical phenomenon in Zhejiang's economy. So here we will later have the explanation for this kind of a phenomenon there. And later is about the faster development with the combination of the information and technology and the internet and even AI nowadays. So now Zhejiang is trying to transfer as a big market province to a strong market province. So we were going to have maybe this kind of how to say the process of the development to get some factors. Maybe I will try to invite you to know the process of the development and then to try to get the factors. What are the key factors for the marketing construction during the past 50 years in Zhejiang province? And still, we will have a quick look at each stage. I don't want to spend so much time on it because I will show you maybe some videos in this class today. So I will have a very brief introduction for each stage. And okay, so the first stage is at the beginning, starting from the 1979 since the opening up policy. And at that time, the special market was open in rural area. Just we have mentioned that this is the picture of the Yiwu commodity market at that time. It was opened in 1978. This is the first generation of this market. And also the production, like the factors, the production factors has began as market-oriented reform areas in some cities. For example, like the reforms of the interest rate system. At that time, the floating interest rate has become to implemented. And also there is a technology trade fair, making the beginning of the technology as the production factors enter the market as economy too. And also there's some talent exchange market. I'm not so sure if that explanation is right or not. This is just a kind of like a human resource market, and you can go there to find a job, and the companies and some like entrepreneurs could find persons of the employees there. So this is a market to have some exchange information about the labor resources. So this is the beginning of that stage. And then I think, sorry. And I think this market that I mentioned before, well, has grown fast and become a leading market in China. And also some other specialized markets, like the consumption market, has been established. For example, like the sweater market, clothing market, leather market, tie market, hardware market emerged everywhere according to the products that produced in that areas. And some production material markets also began to develop as well. For example, like the textile market, plastic raw market, or the market for the building material market or whatever. So various kind of market come out, and some of them with a large like scale. So this is the like the symbol of the second stage, and I think. And also you see there are some kind of tradings for the technology as well. This is the picture of that technology trading center in 1985. And here I think maybe the companies and enterprises can have some like the connection in terms of the technology cooperation. You can find the research authorities or the universities and some research funds to have like this kind of cooperation, the collaboration together at that time. So this is, I think, an advanced and a pilot practice in province. And also the market, the labor market developed as well. And if you know maybe the history of the development of China's economy, maybe you know at that time, maybe in the early 1990s, there is a reform have been taken place in the public sector owned enterprises in China. Some of the workers have been laid off, and they have to maybe to find some other new jobs or to do your own business as well. So at that time, the labor market spreaded so fast, and you need to you know that at that time maybe the labor market is a kind of channels to help the company to find the person they need. Yes, so this is the time also have the floating of the labors as well as the capitals and the land uses of a fast circulation at that time. And move on to the third stage. And the third stage is the time that the province tries to establish the status of a big market province, And at that time, a type of the development which features the development of the regional in Zhejiang province is this one. We call it the specialized market plus the industrial clusters. Okay, and this has become a major feature of the regional economic development in that time, and become an advantage in the industrial competition in Zhejiang province. So I'd like to have some explanation about that. For example, like this is the picture of the map in one city called Shaoxing. Shaoxing have like several like districts and counties, and I think, and in each county they have the different type of products. For example, like here in Keqiao, you see here in this place in Keqiao, this county is specialized at the textile material, and here there is also a textile material market established here, and also like in Shenzhou, this is Shenzhou County, which mainly to produce the necklace. So there is a necklace market also built here in this county. And the Zhuji is mainly for produce the socks. So the socks market is established here. And Xinjiang mainly for the woolen and spinning machine. And they also have the specialized market here. So you will notice that for each county, they were specialized different kind of a product, and they have the different types of specialized market as well. So this is a kind of like the phenomenon happened in Zhejiang province. It is very prominent and the characteristics in Zhejiang. So I'd like to take a Datang Street in Zhuji City as an example. So you see, this is the socks market in this place. And actually this is a small areas with only maybe over not so many residents here, but this is the street actually in that county. But it has become actually the international sock capital. You will never imagine that in the small street in that county, it produced 25 billion pairs of socks annually, accounting for over 70% of the country's production, and even 1/3 of the world's in total. So it is said, I'm not so sure if this is right, but I noticed that it is said every 3 pairs of socks globally, and 1 pair is produced in Datang. So maybe the socks you're wearing now today comes from Datang as well. So you were maybe impressed about this kind of like the product like producing and selling, okay, same place, and they worked well together. Okay, move on. That will be the 4th stage. The 4th stage is the time that the commodity trading market needed to enjoy the advantage of the scale, so they become to be more large, and also under the guidance of the information technology, especially the technique of the internet. So some markets has go online for business. For example, like the socks market, they have this website here like this, and you can search information, everything you need. This is specialized for the socks, so you can find every like the industrial information, the latest information on there. And also there's a platform for selling and buying, and not only for the business entities, but also maybe for the consumers. So this is a kind of the internet online at that time. And also the process of internationalization is fast. So EU, you will notice that at that time actually at that time the 70% of the products in the market is export already, exported, and so I really wanted to share with you a clip or the vlog from a foreigner who is have a visit in EU commodity market. Sorry. And I will show you here to see and invite you to have a wander there together. So I'll check if it works. So maybe someone have been there before, but someone not. So this is the introduction about the market. How was the experience of go there, and we want to have a look together then. Okay. So everyone, can you hear it?
This is 1.4, maybe 20 cents. 20 cents. Come with me to Subway in Shanghai.
Yes.
Okay, great.
China. All right, they got a nice little catty corner.
Okay, so I will start not so from
District number 4. Then we got to our destination.
Okay. For here.
We have made it to our district, which is district number 4. Then we gotta go to district number 3. Each district is bigger than the daggone town, so you gotta have to like get little Ubers, aka DDs, to get there. But anywho, part 2, if you want to see what it looks like on the inside. You 1000% have something in your home from this market, so look out on the inside. These markets, consider them to be like very large malls, a mall the size of a city. There's a total of 75,000 stores inside of all of these markets in this town. No matter what you're looking for, they have it. My husband and I have a sock brand, and we're going to go see a supplier that we met the other day to customize the socks. If you want to do anything else, it's in this building, I promise. All right, we have made it. Inside of each store, it's like a real store. Some are small. This one is actually pretty big. They show you a display of each product you have. You can buy a sample of it, but some people don't allow samples because they don't have enough. And then when you get the sample, you directly with their manufacturer and have them customize it. Actually, this is not a place. It looks just like, but this is not a place. You gotta look again. There's so many of them. They literally have thousands of shops with whatever one item you like. You want socks, you got long socks, short socks, and socks. So do not come here without knowing what you want, because you get caught up in here. It take you months to go to every single stall. And when people not working, they doing their exercises and they Tai Chi in between seeing customers. Oh, it's just so many stores. Oh my gosh. This is literally the same store we went to, but it's maybe 10 or 15 minutes away in the same building. All right, now we sit down and we translate through apps to get an order, figure out the pricing, work on pickup. Now, if you're brand new starting a business, is this necessary? No, girl. Go to Amazon, resell some stuff. Go to AliExpress, buy some stuff. Go to Alibaba. These are the steps. Alibaba, and find this person except on the internet. Then make your first trip to China. My company has been coming to China for years. Make your first trip to China. Try out Qingdao. Business, because everything they do is in a different area. Like here is where you go to the mall, but like 8 hours from here is where you go to like where they source it, and 6 hours from there is where you go to where they actually create. It's so much. But yeah, on your first trip here, maybe go to a Guangzhou. That's where a lot of people go. But it's my husband just said it's like work. First meaning it's further out, it's not as Western, you're going to have a lot of those toilets in the ground, so it may not be a great experience. Hello! Okay, trying to remind, we seen her yesterday. Language barriers, big deal. You can also get a sourcing agent who comes around with you or tells you where to go to get all this stuff. But yeah, should I post more videos like this? Yes, no, maybe so. Guys, we are at the world's largest marketplace, and they have glasses galore. Doesn't matter what kind of glasses you want, they got snowboarding glasses, literally tens of thousands of glasses for sale. You buy them in bulk. If you want to customize them, you'd have to have a minimum quantity, like let's say a couple thousand. But let's see how much some of these glasses cost. Oh my God, there's so many I can't even. Let's say, for instance, some snowboarding glasses. My husband and I snowboard. We love some good snowboarding glasses or goggles. How much are these, please? Or if you want to get a shiny one, dirt. What paintballing? Those are like paintballing glasses. They always have it. It's 6.5 yuan for one.
6.5 or 65?
Ooh, is it 65 yuan? Oh, she taxing. My husband, that's the price per one. That's like almost freaking $9 for the one I picked up and $11 for these that go on and off. Yeah, those are cute. All right, let's look at regular glasses, like shades. Hello, hey, how much, please? What's minimum? What? How many minimum? 8 yuan. Like $1. Okay, how many?
600.
600. Okay, nice. How much for logo?
Not this.
No, not this. My logo. No, on the
Here,
yes.
2000.
2,000 for my logo. Yeah. How much? Same price? Okay, plus an R&B.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, like let's say for instance, if I want to do a glasses like this with my own logo on it, take this off. That way you can charge more. If you have their logo, maybe you don't charge as much, but if you like brand it yourself, you could definitely charge a lot more. That would be about $1 and some change, but you'd have to buy 2,000, which means maybe about 3,000 when it comes to shipping. But let's say on the super low end, you charge at least $15, $20. That's very inexpensive. Depending on how you did it, that's a pretty great markup. But I'm not here for glasses. Just want to show you guys. Okay, I hope this was helpful. And this is where the glasses were at. I don't know how you'll find that, but good luck. Okay, bye. All right, I know I said bye, but y'all, these are hot. They have a 1,000 minimum or 2,000 if you want to customize, but like, yeah, period. They were $1 a piece. Oakley who? And there's so many more. Everywhere I go, they are selling chicken feet, and I'm going to try one for the first time. Oh, wait. Can I have one? One. Yo, this man tried to bone stab me. He talking about it's going to be $10 for one. If you don't get your rabbit ass line out of my face.
Okay, so we will stop here and just to show you experience to have a visit in EU market. Okay. Yes, that's true. It's so big. Maybe you can even spend just a week to walk around. Okay, so I highly recommend you to come. If you have time to come to China, maybe you can go to have a wandering here in EU market. You can find everything that you want. So interesting. Okay, so move on. Okay, so the fifth stage is starting from the 2010 to the present, and now Zhejiang province is trying to have a high standard market system. That is the new, like the policy, which is oriented to the market construction, starting from the 2021. So for the next part, we will have Garnet the brief introduction about that. But before that, I'd like to draw the conclusion for this part. So what are the factors in the development of the market system construction in Zhejiang province? So I think maybe there are some kind of platform, the sub-platforms that to give the support. One is the specialized market that I have mentioned before. There are so many specialized market which aims to support the selling of the different types of products in each area, and the labor market, which gives the maybe labor resources providing in a better way for the exchange, and the land use market. Okay, so this part I didn't mention, and actually I think maybe Hangzhou is maybe the first city to have this kind of a policy for the acquisition of the land use. And you can also have maybe to apply, like, because in China the land is public owned. You don't have to have it privately. You can only own it to rent it. So there was a kind of like policies to how to rent the land and how to use it properly. This is a kind of market, and also applied to have like the exchange in a market way. And also the financing reforms. And we have talked before, like the implementation of the floating exchange rate. And also there have set up like some of agents in the city and the rural areas to have the cooperation, to help to boost the cooperation with the city and the rural areas. And this is also give like the support for the fundings for support, or to give the reduction of the to reduction maybe some of the rates like that. So this is the financing areas, and also the technology trading center, which gives the chance to the cooperation of the technological areas, and also the exchange of the property rates. And I think these are the key factors in that market system. And also the government, I think, is the one who is trying to maybe stimulate this kind of reform in Zhejiang market. So the policy plus the platform and the people together to build a better, like the environment, a business environment in Zhejiang province then. So let's move on to the current issues. And in 2021, the central government has signed a regulation to set up like an action plan for building a high standard market system. And also Zhejiang take the actions so fast. Okay, and here it is noticed that with 5 years of hard work, it will to try to build a high standard market system with the unified openness, orderly competition, complete system, and a perfect governance. So maybe you will be curious about how could it be considered as a high standard. What's the understanding of the high standard market system then? And maybe the government and also according to their practice, we can draw like the 6 aspects to describe the high standard of the market system like this. So I'm going to show you one by one. So one is the high standard of the basic mechanism of the market system. The mechanism, I think, maybe will be a kind of rules to how to run the market system. For example, like the strict property rights protection. Maybe you need to make some kind of regulations to have the protection then to stimulate the vitality for the various marketing entities, and also like the market access. You need to implement like a unified negative list system to show the entities what will be the access to that market, and to form a unified national market to leverage of the advantages of the large market scale. Maybe this is a kind of a mechanism. And also like the fair competition, that you need to create like a friendly and the fair competition atmosphere in the market to maybe to promote the competition, but in a good way in the market. This is a kind of a mechanism, and I think need to build up for the system. And the second is about high standard factors market system. What is the high standard factor market system? So factors that we have mentioned before refers to the like the land the labor, the capital, the technology, or the data in the market. And you needed to maybe set up like the high standard for the exchange of these factors in the market, like the market-oriented allocation of the operational land force land, and to promote the orderly flow of the labor factors, or the healthy development of the capital market as well, and data election, the data collection, and the data exchange market as well. So this is a kind of a market system. You need to set up to have some kind of a policies to support the good circulation of these kind of factors there. And also the marketing environment and quality. And this, I think, is to try to improve the quality of the products as well as the services. And maybe you need to protect the consumers' rights and reduce the difficulties and the cost for the customers' rights if there were some disputes occurred. And I think maybe this is also a kind of a security, to build a security or to have a friendly atmosphere to the entities as well. So this is a marketing environment. And I think maybe according to some statistics, the business environment in Zhejiang province ranks high in the nationwide. So that's, I think, a kind of a factor why which we have done several actions in this area. And in terms of the market infrastructure, and I think this is the support for building the high market system. So the construction of the infrastructure needs to have some maybe the changes in the market form, maybe starting from the entities to the virtual market, or maybe guided to the platform with the internet or the technologies pushed. And also maybe there's some transform, and maybe there is an old entities to a big and a new one, and how to operate it, and how to make the allocation of all the resources together. I think this will be a problem, and also a kind of areas that needed to set a standard. And market openness, of course, that is easy for understanding. The openness is not only for the domestic market, and I think also for the international market as well. Zhejiang done, I think, a good example in this area, and the opening up policies have carried out here thoroughly, and the development of the internationalization here in this province, and I think is doing not so bad actually, doing well at present, and in the past, starting like the 2010, okay, since the beginning of the internet browsing. Okay, so maybe how to deepen the cooperations in the field of these areas, and the need to maybe the further openness, and to have some like the researchers there. And the last part is about the market supervision mechanism. Yes, of course, you need to make the management, but the management does not mean the control strongly. So maybe in Zhejiang province, maybe there's a kind of like ideas or the concept that we needed to combine the regulations and the market-oriented way together. So maybe to delegate the power that need to delegate it, and manage the matters that need to be managers. So this is a kind of two kind of power and two working together. So maintaining the security and the stability of the market as well. So I think this is needed to have some intelligent and scientific and efficient way to make the regulation. So here are the 6 aspects of the high standard market system. And then I'd like to give some case studies to see how it works and what are the practice of the Zhejiang marketing system nowadays. What have they done, and what kind of experience they can get from that. So I will just choose several case studies in these areas. I choose 3 types of development. One is the modern commercial characteristic town, and one is the public welfare agriculture product market, and one is the commercial development of the smart business district. So here are the 3 examples respectively, and I'll explain it and show you the videos as well. So the first is about the modern business characteristics town. So I'll take Changhua town in Lin'an County as an example. This county has its local product, a very famous local product. We call it walnut, but yes, it's delicious. And it's a local product, agricultural product in that area. And that county and that town has tried to build up an immersive industry around that walnut. And over 100 immersed household mainly focus on online retail. Walnut are the specialties, okay, and become a popular product online. And also, they have built up like a center for the e-commerce in that town. We call it the Taobao Center. And there are a lot of Taobao stores in the village. And there are also, I think, the individually operated, maybe the household working. You can go there, maybe the families operated online and maybe do business separately. So, but also they gather together, they have some kind of supporting services to provide it, to have this kind of a center in the town as well. They integrated the digital elements, the platforms, logistics services, digital technological and services, consultants, education, training, and even the tourism support here to establish an e-commerce brand, and we call it Bai Niu. And also there is an IP named Niu Xiao Tao in that area. This big IP is a kind of like a brand to show the culture of the e-commerce in this area. So even the exploration of the traveling resources is carried out at the same time. Okay, and maybe there are some kind of visitors come to this town, and then to know how to operate the e-commerce in a town, and then some of the traveler resources also be sprouted, and there are like some industrial factories which has been not used anymore, to transfer it into like a creative working district. So this is a kind of new forms of tourism as well. So, okay, so I will show you one video to see the current appearance of this town. It is in Chinese also. Okay, I will make some explanation at the same time.
的未来村庄是产业信息，请关注本栏目的微信公众号，再来一起。白牛村，浙江省总人口1500，商务第一村，白牛村运用互联网先进技术，围绕一面旗、一棵树、一张网、一群 持续发展以深和对待相关是综合观点，通过白油村电大厦内的冰上环流相亲小一张图可以了解到。
This is the figure for the total amount volume in 2020. It's reached 470,000 yuan, okay, annually.
销额已达4.7亿，被评为浙江省电商示范村、首批中国淘宝村以及唯一一个农村电商乡村振兴创业培训基地。家家户户把有关电商渠道为咱特色做商家承诺，直播电商
我们也碰到了很多瓶颈，从淘宝到然后到抖音啊、拼多多啊，到前年开始，去年一整年的直播带货，我们现在做的和我们白油村。是我们先带后付，然后大家共。
白油桥是到淘宝，从淘宝白油村以互联加经济发展力充分发挥。
Yes, this time is limited, so I will not show you the whole clips. If you are interested, I will share with you. And yes, this is the first type. Okay, with the local agriculture product with the e-commerce channels and in a village. Okay. And the second case is the public welfare construction of the agricultural product market system. This is the typical example is about the establishment of the public welfare agricultural product market like this. There are two types of agricultural product market. One is for wholesale and one is for retail. And this is the wholesale market. So what is the public welfare agricultural market? And I think maybe this is a kind of market which is oriented maybe the orientally guided and operated by the government. So there are three types of way for the government to participate in the operation of this kind of a public welfare agricultural product market. One is to self-build and self-manage it, and one is the contractual cooperation with some other enterprises, sign the cooperative agreement and to carry out the function. And the third way is to have the investment as a shareholders for the government and to entrust the third party instructions for the supervision. So these are the third types of way to set up this kind of public welfare agriculture product market. And here is example in Taizhou. And you will notice that here, this is not also in the big scale. You notice there are very large scale with the thousands of stands in that market. It is built like by the government and to attract all those entities to come into that market and also to enjoy the scale of the advantage of the scale and also to provide like services like logistics or the farms and the taxation reductions or whatever, the supply chain of or the agricultural product could be guaranteed and to be monitored. Okay. So and to make sure to guarantee the safety of the food, and also maybe to make it run smoothly. And because some like in the traditionally, some like agricultural product market is open is an open market. This is not so like regulated so well. So there are many like the individuals or the small business persons go there and they have stand, and they don't have any kind of like the policies to have the control, or maybe this is sometimes maybe in a mess. So the government tried to make it into or like a in our how to say a formal one in the formal entities. Okay, I'll show you this one. Just have a look at that is the landscape briefly in that big exchange of the agricultural market in some neighboring areas. The example for the public agriculture product market like this. And finally, another example is about the construction of the smart business district. And so this is the district in Jiaxing, and the smart business street or the circle is a kind of like a place that applied with so many advanced technologies, the monitors, art computers, and the working systems. We also call it city brain in these areas. And for example, like this in this street, it's actually in the typical style of Jiangnan County in Jiaxing. And also it is equipped with the so advanced and like the technological appliances. And also you can control the flow intelligently. If there is a crowd, maybe you need to close the exit and to have the guiding of the people flow intelligently. And also there are a lot of monitors everywhere. And there's a joke. Well, say if you are in a smart a business street, maybe a thief will lose his job because there are so many cameras there. Okay, so here is another types of examples to set up the business in a current way. So I'll also we don't have so much time left actually. So I will show you the last video here today is the top 10 smart business district in Zhejiang. Okay, it has been awarded the top 10. So I will show you this video. Okay, so maybe you have the impression now how it works and what is the business business street. So here are the 3 examples of the high standard market system construction in Zhejiang province nowadays. Okay, so the final part, maybe I will have another 1 minute. Okay, so the main experience that I can draw from experience of Zhejiang in the market system construction, maybe I'd like to make it into 3 key words. One is the informationalization. Sorry. So this is to enhance, try to make all the resources, for example, like the logistic distribution or the supporting services system and the investment infrastructure or whatever. So many kind of things together. This is a kind of informalization and an interactive development. So I think this is the one key factors to take the success of the Zhejiang market system construction in this area. And also, again, I've mentioned government before, and I think maybe the service-oriented government is a kind of a leader or to play a leading role in this system construction. And this is a kind of combination of the tangible hand of the government and the invisible hand of the market at the local government level. And I think Zhejiang has get some very valuable experience on that and done quite well in this area. And the last part is about the social forces, like introduce the policies to allow the private enterprises and the individuals to invest for the constructions. Maybe you can take part to join the investment, like to take part in the meetings, investment public fund or private fund or like this. And also the technical elements to participate to share in the distribution and circulation in the market and the financial systems, and also the interconnected of the mechanism of the each department. And then also that's why we can maybe improve the efficiency of each department and to make it the process smoothly then. So I think these are the experience that I can draw from the construction of the market system in Zhejiang now. So yes, that's it for today's explanation for the lecture. Okay, okay. Thank you for your listening. Maybe we can have some discussion. Hello, Malu. Are you?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
I think my work is unstable because I'm also recording.
Okay.
Sorry, but if anyone has questions, they can send it on the chat or just start asking.
Okay. Well, so I'm very happy to have the opportunity to share my understanding of the and I'm glad I'm very honored to I know that I serve 2 members.
Yes.
to attend class.
Very
Okay.
about
Okay.
also that is one.
Oh, this is just really like it. Okay. Oh, you like the videos? Of course, I share videos with you. And if there's something that you wanted to know more about Zhejiang economy, you can um, yes, send it to leave message me, and maybe later I will send it to Mom or whatever to some other email or some other chat.
The video like after like those
Send links.
perfect.
The interesting is that, yes, I really recommend you to come to here. Invite you to come to here if it's possible. Local people here, and I know it well for my hometown. Maybe if possible, to come to his club. Maybe I will guide you to walk around. There is very beautiful scenic spots, or a lot of markets, and you can go shopping. The shopping center. There are so many centers here. There's so many here with a good quality and price.
I'm sure everyone would love it. Personally, I love alpha.
Can you find those local parts for local products like this? What?
Because on top of China.
Oh, okay. So you've been here before.
Yes, I just came
You've
back
been to
this week. No, not in the south, only in the north, Beijing.
okay. Yes, and also I think maybe nowadays from more like platforms we played, like TikTok shop. TikTok is popular in Brazil, but in South TikTok shop often, and also like, there is overseas level.
To buy.
Oh,
What's the that's in Chinese?
we need to go to visit. I recommend you to come to here. About the food, actually, I have there's some local food and different types of food. I think in each city. Maybe, for example, in Zhou, they like spicy food, but in Hangzhou, we like it. If you like spicy food, you can go there. And Hangzhou is famous for its we call it Hangbang dish, Hangbang cai, which is I think it's not so salty, not so spicy, and we can say it's moderate in a moderate flavor, but it's delicious too. Yes, So I highly recommend you to come here. And also there are so many snacks here. There are a lot of snacks, and like here we have a lot of rice made food and some candies. But here I think there are so many choices for you. Oh, TikTok shop will be available soon. Oh, quite good.
Everyone wants to visit right now. Maybe we can all go together. I think that would be really nice.
Maybe Malu, you can maybe to organize a team to have a visit.
Of course.
Maybe to our university at first, and then maybe we can travel around the whole in the province or some other places there.
Yeah,
First
go
maybe
to
the
shop.
Right.
It would be really great.
So you can have a visit to organize a visit to our university. Yes, it is located in Hangzhou, a very, very beautiful city. And it's famous for its West Lake. Okay, so if are there any questions? If we do not have, actually, so if you still have questions, we can talk later after the class. And yes, of course, I have maybe the account on Ding, and you can find me.
Perfect. You can also send me questions, and I can send to Professor Zhu Hui, so we can keep in contact.
Okay.